Hey love, tonight we slow down together. We let the pace of the day unwind itself gently, like a ribbon being pulled loose, falling to the ground without resistance. You've arrived not just here in this moment, but in a sacred space you've created within yourself. It's a space that isn't rushed, where you don't need to prove or push or perform. A space where you simply are. And in that stillness, something begins to stir. It's not loud. It doesn't ask for attention. But it's their quiet frequency, reminding you that the life you long for is already reaching for you too. Maybe the world around you is silent now, or maybe it's filled with soft, familiar sounds, the low hum of a fan, the breath of wind outside your window, the murmur of distant city lights. Whatever surrounds you, let it all fade into the background. Let it become part of the atmosphere that holds you while you reset, recalibrate, and return to the energy that has always lived inside you. You don't need to chase anything right now. This isn't about manifesting from desperation, it's about magnetizing from truth. And the truth is, you already are what you seek. You probably weren't expecting that one, huh? Bet you could. Stop the striving and still receive. That rest, softness, and surrender could be just as powerful, maybe even more sought than effort. But tonight, we lean into that mystery. We trust it, because your dream life isn't waiting for you to work harder. It's waiting for you to remember who you really are beneath the noise. Before we dive deeper, don't forget to like the video and subscribe, but only if you feel called to keep aligning with me here. And while you're here, drop your location and local time in the comments. I love seeing where in the world we're connecting from tonight. Now, close your eyes, breathe in gently, and let's begin tonight's shift. Let your shoulders drop just a little more with your next exhale. Let the breath slow down, not forced, not controlled, just relaxed. Notice how it feels to give yourself permission to do nothing but be present. Right now, there is nowhere else you need to be. No task to finish. No role to play. Just you, this breath, and the energy around you beginning to soften, expand, and awaken as the tension starts to melt. Something subtle emerges. A hum, a pulse, a flicker in your chest that feels ancient and familiar. You might not have words for it, but you know it's real. It's the spark of your own magnetic energy. The part of you that attracts not because it needs, but because it remembers. Remembers that your desires aren't random, that your dreams are not accidents. They are echoes of a timeline that already exists, waiting for you to match it energetically. You begin to feel that resonance now. It may feel like warmth or a subtle tingling through your skin, or maybe just a deep knowing. A soft affirmation arises from somewhere deep within you, maybe from your future self, maybe from the truest version of who you've always been. I return to my natural state of alignment. My energy is my power. Let those words flow through. You like water, not clinging to them, but allowing them to cleanse something old, something heavy, something that no longer fits who you're becoming. In this moment. Your only job is to allow, to let go of needing proof, to stop measuring your progress by what you can see, and instead feel. Feel the space within you begin to expand. Feel the energy around you begin to rearrange. Without trying, you are already aligning. Without effort, you are already receiving. The shift has already begun. There's a quiet intelligence flowing through you, no subtle, but undeniable. It moves like light underwater, flickering just beneath the surface, reminding you that you've always had access to this state. This feeling of peace isn't something you have to earn. It's who you are when the noise fades. And as that peace settles deeper into your body, you begin to notice the soft hum of something powerful waking up within you. Your magnetism, it doesn't shout. It doesn't demand. It simply exists strong, unwavering, and deeply natural. You were born with this energy. It's the same force that draws people to you when you're lit up from within, that brings opportunities into your path when you're not even trying, that shifts a room without a single word spoken. This is not magic. It's alignment. It's resonance. And tonight, you're returning to it. You place your attention gently on the center of your chest, the heart space. You may feel warmth, or maybe a pull inward, like something ancient recognizing itself. Imagine a soft glow beginning to radiate from that space, gentle at first, then expanding slowly with each breath. It doesn't need to be seen to be felt. It doesn't need to be perfect to be real. This is your energetic signature, the unique vibration that responds to emotion, intention, and belief. Your dream life isn't waiting outside of you. It's orbiting your field right now, responding to what you embody. Not what you want, but what you believe, what you feel, what you energetically allow. And the truth is, you've always had the ability to awaken this magnetism, to turn it back on when the world asked you to dim. You're doing it now. Visualize yourself as a beacon, not reaching, not chasing, but glowing. Maybe you see yourself walking confidently through a space you've always dreamed of, a home, a studio, a quiet forest, a place where your soul feels completely seen. Everything responds to you here. The air feels warm, supportive. Doors open without effort. You smile, not because something has arrived, but because you already are the version of you who lives this. Let that version rise now. Let her, or him, or they step forward within you, not as some future fantasy, but as your current frequency. The you who no longer questions if it's possible. The you who simply knows. And in this knowing, another soft affirmation rises like a whisper. My presence draws in everything meant for me. I do not chase, I attract. Let those words echo, not just in your mind, but through every cell. They are not commands, they are recognitions. Truths you've always carried. Breathe deeply into that truth. Let your body memorize it, not just as an idea, but as a state. Feel how different it is to rest in your power instead of reaching for it. This is the real shift: less doing, more allowing. Less proving, more being. And as you stay here, grounded in your own magnetic field, you begin to feel it ripple outward, touching timelines, people, opportunities, all gently turning toward you. Not because you forced them, but because you remembered who you are. You're standing at the edge of something now. Not a cliff, not a crossroads, but a soft threshold, a portal between where you've been and where you've always known you were meant to go. There's no pressure here, no demand to decide, only an invitation, an open door. Around you, the atmosphere shimmers, as if reality itself is becoming more fluid, more receptive. And maybe it is. Maybe the rules aren't as fixed as you were taught. Maybe timelines can bend. Maybe your future self is already sending signals back to guide Unige's gut feelings. Visions that flicker behind your closed eyes just before sleep. The dream life you imagine. It's not imaginary. It's encoded within you, waiting for your energy to match its frequency. You begin to walk now, not through any place you've been before, but through a landscape woven entirely from the energy of your desires. The ground beneath your feet feels soft, luminous. Each step feels effortless, as though you're moving through light. You're not chasing the dream. You're in it. You're already here, all around you. Symbols of your deepest intentions appear not just as objects, but as sensations. The feeling of waking up in a space that reflects your soul. The sound of laughter shared with people who truly see you. The smell of freedom, yes. Freedom has a scent, doesn't it? Like crisp air after rain, or the familiar warmth of somewhere that feels like home. You let those feelings wash over you. No need to hold them. Just let them move through. You see yourself reflected in this place, not a version trying to be enough, but the version who already knows. You move differently here. You speak from clarity. You trust your decisions. And as you explore this world, you realize you don't have to create this life from scratch. It already exists on an energetic level. All that's left is to align with it. There's a moment where you pause, perhaps beside a glowing doorway or at the edge of a quiet lake. Something inside you whispers, "You're allowed to have this. It's not too much." You're not asking for something unreasonable. The love you crave, the peace, the purpose, the financial ease, the joy, they're all extensions of your most natural self, not luxuries, birthrights. And so you breathe into that realization. You soften into it. No tension, no resistance. Just the simple, powerful truth. My dream life already exists. I align with it now. Let those words ripple through your being. Feel what shifts when you stop asking if it's possible and start asking how it will feel to live inside it. The scenery around you glows a little brighter now. Not because anything has changed, but because you've changed. You're not trying to get there anymore. You are there. You're walking through it, living it, breathing it in. And the universe is responding to your resonance, not your effort. This is the path of least resistance. This is what it feels like to remember your power. You linger here for a moment longer, letting every image, every sensation, every subtle emotion imprint itself into your energetic field. And as you breathe, and once more you feel a calm certainty settle into your chest. You're not hoping anymore. You're choosing. There's something beautiful about this moment. Sure, not just witnessing your dream life, you're beginning to claim it. And with that shift, something deep within begins to stir. Not excitement, not urgency, but a quiet readiness. A deep, inner knowing that says, "This is who I choose to be now." You're not waiting for permission. You're not asking for signs that it's safe to believe. Tonight, in this soft and sacred space, you become the architect of your own reality. By force, but by frequency. Because true manifestation isn't about controlling your outer world. It's about choosing your inner world. Over and over again, as you continue walking through this energy, the energy of the life that calls to you, you begin to notice the textures of belief that live inside your body. Some of them feel open, expansive. Others feel tighter, more familiar. These are the stories you've carried about what's possible, about what you're worthy of, about how long things are supposed to take. But right now, you have the opportunity to release them, not with judgment, but with love. They were never you. Just echoes of old programming, and now, gently, you begin to lay them down. With each breath, you create space. With each breath, you choose again. You place one hand over your heart, or simply imagine doing so, and speak softly inward. I no longer carry what doesn't match the future I'm choosing. I release it now. Feel the energy shift as you say that, even subtly. Even if you're not sure you believe it fully, your subconscious is listening, and it responds more to repetition and emotion than logic. So let the emotion rise, not the heavy, kind, but the free kind. The feeling of choosing abundance instead of scarcity. Joy instead of control. Trust instead of doubt. You don't need to know how your life will rearrange itself around this new vibration. You only need to stay open. Soft, willing, you begin to feel a deeper alignment settle into your spine. A sense that you're not alone in this shift, that the universe has always been responsive, always been watching for the moment when you'd say yes to your next level. And now that you've said it not through words, but through energy it's responding, you feel the current of your life begin to reconfigure. Not dramatically, not overnight, but steadily, like a river changing course, and you trust it. You no longer need instant proof. You feel the truth within you. What I choose consistently becomes what I experience eventually. Let that land in your body like a promise, a gentle, unwavering law. You imagine this truth taking root in your subconscious beneath the surface, beneath the noise where real change begins. And you know that tomorrow, when you open your eyes to the world again, something will already feel different. Maybe subtly, maybe significantly. Because tonight, you didn't just dream your dream. Life, you chose it. You rewired the part of you that once felt separate from it. And now, it's simply who you are. You take a slow, deep breath and feel the alignment settle into every cell. The doubts soften. The old identities dissolve. And what remains is a quiet power. One that no one can give you. One that was always yours. You're still here, but everything feels different now. Not louder, not brighter, just clearer. There's a calm that rests in your bones, a peace that wasn't there when we first began tonight. You didn't force your way into this feeling. You allowed it to find you, and that's the shift of one so many overlook. It's not in the effort, it's in the surrender. You lie gently in the afterglow of your own energy, like someone who has remembered something sacred. Because you have. You've remembered that you are not separate from what you seek. That the version of you who lives in alignment, in love, in joy, she's not far away. She's not hidden. She's right here, waiting for you to embody her, again and again, in every breath and every belief. And now, you hold the imprint of this new reality in your system not just as a passing feeling, but as a chosen frequency. You don't have to grasp at it or memorize it. It's already woven into the way you sit, the way you breathe, the way you carry yourself when no one's watching. Subtle, yes, but powerful. Let this softness anchor you. Let the knowing settle deeper. You are not waiting for signs from the outside world anymore. You've become your own confirmation. You felt what it's like to live inside the reality you're calling in. That sensation, that memory in your body is the most powerful magnet of all. Take a moment now to call back any parts of yourself that still live in the old story. Any pieces stuck in timelines that no longer match your vision. You don't need to drag them forward. Just open the door and let them return. You're whole now. You've always been whole. The energy around you begins to slow, like water coming to rest after a soft wave. You're not falling asleep necessarily. You're falling inward. Deeper into the version of yourself that doesn't chase, doesn't worry, doesn't need to micromanage the miracle. She trusts. He allows. They receive another affirmation, rises gently. Like a final gift from this inner journey, I carry the vibration of my dream life. I embody it with ease. Let that line ripple through you. Let it become the final note in this frequency reset. And as the rhythm of your breath evens out and the mind softens its grip, you realize something? The shift isn't coming. It's already here. You've stepped into it. And you'll carry it forward tomorrow in your choices, your posture, your presence. You'll radiate what you once thought you had to chase. Maybe tonight you'll sleep deeper than usual. Maybe your dreams will be more vivid. Or maybe, just maybe, you'll wake up tomorrow with a quiet, anchored joy that doesn't need to be explained. That's the new normal forming. That's alignment becoming your foundation. Remember this moment. Remember how it feels. Return to it anytime. You're never more than one breath away from realignment. And that version of youth, the one who already has it, she's still waiting, still smiling, still holding the door open. Thank you for being here with me tonight. Thank you for choosing to come back home to yourself. Rest well, beautiful soul. See you in the next reality.